Okay, I am at a cemetery here that I probably drove by about 1,000 times in the area where I live. And when I came by last night, I thought, man, that just gives me the creeps. It is pretty dark. You can see over there an eternal light. There are some eternal lights down that way. Yeah, it's a cloudy night. There's only a little light from the farmhouse across the road. My truck is about 6 feet in front of me right there. You could see a vehicle turning on the road right over there, so I will turn on my flashlight in a bit and show you that I am in an actual cemetery. Yeah, they pulled over in that house over there. There's like I'm on a little road and the headstones are right over there. There are a couple of tombs here where people have actually been buried above the ground. Yeah, I'm kind of creeped out being here by myself, I won't lie. Last time I came to a cemetery was about, well, I don't know, 12 years ago. I took my sons to another cemetery, and when we reviewed that film, I will just say that my sons would not go back to any cemetery with me after that. They were 13 and 15 years old at the time. I thought it was very intriguing what we had discovered. So my eyes are becoming a little more accustomed to the dark, but you never see whatever is here usually until you review the film, which I won't review this. I will let all of you see what is on here, if anything, since you can't see anything. Yeah, so here's a light, and I'm disturbing the dead's peace, but you can see that I am at a cemetery. Born in 1937, passed in 2019. Eileen Hagmeyer and her husband Roger was born in 1941. He's still alive. This is Germaine, born in 1917, passed in 1987. Born in 1918, passed in 1989. Eleanor and Ralph Germaine. Some of these, this one here is like so old. Ronald, son of Ronald Germaine. I can't even see how old they were. The dates worn off on there. Orville A. Andy Germaine, 1940 to 1998. It's pretty cold here also, so you can see, that. So I should have put my gloves on. It's just kind of cold. So way up there's my truck. Not that far away, actually. Okay, here's some coyotes in the background. You probably won't hear them. So there's a tomb way over there. And There's another one over here. Some interesting headstones here with this big giant ball. Betty M. Slocum, 1844 to 1920. Edward Slocum, 1888 to 1913. So this cemetery goes back a little ways. Maria Cell, 1831 to 1913, and David Cell, 1827 to 1907. That's like a huge, it's a huge headstone. Here we have over here the entire family. F.H. Hall, 1851 to 1927. Minnie Hall, 1871 to 1955. Harry, 1888 to 1951. Pearl, 1892 to 1978. God rest all their souls. So over here, that is just like, I don't know, that's like a big ball on top of their headstone there. So I'm going to tell you a real ghost story besides the one I told you with my son at the other cemetery. So yeah, this is locked up pretty tight. 1881. Has a good lock on there, so nobody's getting in there. That's good. I don't want to go in there anyways. This one over here is looking even older. This one's made out of wood. Further up I go, the older it looks. Dates 1844, Charles Atkinson, Mary Atkinson, 1844 to 1926. There's 1846 to 1918. So, when I went to Korea, I was 18 years old. We went out in the bush. There was 7 of us separated from our platoon of 28, so that left them 21 men. We had to find where they were. So we marched for like 23 hours across the top of the mountains. And when we started getting pretty close to where they were, we took a little break, and my buddy scouted up ahead to make sure that's where they were at, to find their location before we played our little sneak attack on them. Yeah, that one looks pretty old. Pretty scary looking too. I hope I found some ghosts on here for you guys. So anyways, we got up in this little clearing area. There's a little mound of dirt. I laid down on there, sat down and laid back against it and went to sleep. Well, this is what I never told the people I was serving with at the time what happened, because after about 3 seconds, I just jumped up off of that thing and my eyes were as wide as a 50-cent piece, and I'm staring at it. And my two buddies are standing there laughing. And they're going, "What happened?" I said, "Nothing." I said, "What is that?" He said, "Well, you didn't know that's a grave. The Koreans used to bury their dead sitting up with their tools. And just piled dirt up around them, and that was their headstone." So what happened to me when I fell asleep is that the soul that was in that grave decided to grab me by my head and pull me inside of his grave. And I could still feel them bony ass fingers on my head while he pulled me in there upside down and looked into my eyes. I looked into the empty sockets of a skull. And I just thought it was the most mortifying thing I had ever experienced to date in my life. Of course, I was only 18, but there were some other horrors that I had experienced. So I guess I've had run-ins with paranormal or activity that cannot be explained rationally, I will say. So it's like, I know this is kind of a short video, but I'm like freezing my butt off out here. It's like 40 degrees. I don't even have my coat on. I don't have my gloves on. I did put my little face mask on to stay warm. Alright. If you guys see anything, any ghosts, any movement out there, leave me some comments down below. Tell me where it is. Thanks for watching.